All right, we have Astronomy Chapter Study Guide for Mr. Hall. Here we go. All right. SEM stands for?
Sun, Earth, and Moon.
Please describe a revolution.
Revolution is when another planet goes around another, an object goes around another object.
And a rotation.
Is when a planet spins on its axis.
The sun, what type of motion? Let's say, what kind of revolution? What's the actual time?
It is not known.
How about the rotation?
Not known.
The Earth, the revolution takes?
365.25 days.
And the Earth's rotation is?
24 hours, which is 1 day.
Very good. The moon's revolution?
28 days.
And the moon's rotation?
28 days.
A leap year has?
29 days.
And it happens because?
Because the Earth has 365.25 days, and then the Romans fixed the Egyptian calendar and added 1 day onto February. After a 4-year cycle.
Okay. The phases of the moon. What causes them?
The sunlit part hitting the moon, and that part that we see.
Close enough. What are the phases of the moon?
First one is new moon. Then we have the waxing crescent, which on the right side you see a little crescent. Then you have the first quarter, you see half of it. Then you have the waxing gibbous, which you have a little bit. You have a little crescent missing on the left side. Then you have a full moon where you see the whole thing. You have a waning gibbous where you have the little corner or the little crescent on the right side missing. The third quarter where you see half again. Then you have a waning crescent. We have a little crescent also.
Magnifico. All right, page 2 here. The Earth has an axis tilt of?
23.5 degrees.
The reason for having seasons is?
It is because the tilt of the Earth, that part facing the sunlight, that part is the summer, and then when it's not, it's facing, when it's not facing the sunlight is winter.
Okay. Because of the Earth's axis. Hello, Ava. When the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun, it's?
Oh wait, I'm
what
sorry.
season?
Oh.
And the northern hemisphere.
Summer.
Okay, and the southern hemisphere will then be?
Winter.
And then when the moon and sun, and the Earth goes halfway around the sun, and the northern hemisphere is pointed away from the sun now, it's?
Winter.
And in the southern hemisphere, it's?
June.
Or? No, it's not June.
I'm sorry. Summer, not June.
Summer in the northern hemisphere is what month?
June.
Okay, summer in the southern hemisphere is? Tricking you. Think about it. You know the answer. Not
December.
No. When is? Oh yeah, I did say something. You're right. Huh, not bad. Okay, the December solstice occurs on?
The 21st.
Of?
September.
December.
Or just, I thought you said
June solstice occurs on or about?
21st.
September equinox?
22nd.
March equinox?
21st.
All right, and then you know that. I don't know how to do that on a video. The graph, it's fine.
Just show a video of the graph. Point at the graph.
All right.
Alright, the top one is the March equinox.
Okay.
The one on the left is the June solstice.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the bottom is the September equinox.
Wicked.
And the one on the right is December solstice.
Phantasmic. Okay. Eclipses. An eclipse is defined by?
It's a partial or total blocking of one object in front of the other in space.
Yeah, right. There's two types of parts of a shadow. They are?
Penumbra and umbra.
Which is the lighter of the two?
Penumbra.
Okay, so the darker is the?
Umbra.
Ooh.
Scary.
There are two types of eclipses.
There's a solar and lunar eclipse.
Wonderful. All right. A solar eclipse is when the blank casts a shadow on the Earth.
It's when the moon casts a shadow on the Earth.
And from the Earth we cannot see the?
Sun.
Very good.
No.
A lunar eclipse is when the blank casts a shadow.
When the Earth casts a shadow on the moon.
A lunar eclipse is when the?
Oh, I'm sorry. The sun casts a shadow on the moon.
Okay, good.
I meant sun.
Okay, the bright ring or halo around the sun during a blank eclipse.
The corona.
But what kind of eclipse?
Oh,
It's only
solar.
okay, good. Earth's tides are caused by?
Earth's tides. It's the gravitational pull from the sun and the moon.
Usually we experience how many high tides a day?
2.
And how many low tides?
2.
When the sun, earth, and moon are all in line, what kind of tide is that?
Get the spring tide.
Excellent. And this means it has, what does that mean?
It is the big difference of the consecutive of the high and low tide.
Okay, and then these only happen during what kind of moons?
New moon and full moon.
Okay, now, when the sun, earth, and moon form a 90-degree angle, what kind of tide is that?
The neap tide.
And what does that mean?
It means it's the least difference of the consecutive of the high and low tide.
Okay, and then what kind of moons?
You get third quarter and first quarter.
And show me where the sun, earth, and moon would be during a neap tide.
This would be the sun over here. You got the earth, and you got the moon.
Perfect.
And a right angle.
All right, now, define gravity for me.
Gravity is the attractiveness of one object on another.
How good looking it is?
Yes.
The attractive force.
The attractive force of one object on another.
What are the factors that can affect gravity?
Mass and distance.
Okay, and an increase in what will result in a stronger gravitational
An
pull?
increase in mass.
Okay, but a decrease in what will result in a stronger gravitational?
Distance.
Okay. For example, why does the moon not smash into the earth? They're both very large.
Because it has a bigger distance, so it wouldn't crash.
Okay, very good. The gravity on the surface of the moon is what percentage of that of Earth?
1/6.
Excellent, thank you. This is due to... Why do you have less gravity on the moon?
Okay, I'm like, what?
Why do you have less gravity on the moon?
Because we have no atmosphere on the moon.
No. You're thinking of the wrong thing. Why is there less gravity on the moon? That's not why there's no atmosphere.
Because there's no atmosphere.
No. Why is there less gravity on the moon? Why do you weigh less on the moon?
Because
We totally missed this one, didn't we?
yeah, it's the atmosphere one.
No, that's not. We're not even close to that yet. That's why. That's the same reason. There's no atmosphere because there's low gravity. But why is there less gravity on the moon than the Earth? I'll give you a hint. There's more gravity on Jupiter. Remember?
Oh, because all the gases escaped. What?
Why is the gravity less on
We
the
didn't do
moon?
this one.
Because it's smaller.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
All
I
right.
remember that. We didn't do that.
But you don't know why there's less gravity on the moon.
We never did that.
All right. Why is there less gravity on the moon?
Because it's smaller.
Okay. Because
I'll
what
remember
affects the amount of gravity? Something's...
Smaller.
It's mass,
Well,
right? So the bigger a planet...
the bigger the
It
mass.
No.
Because there's gravity.
The more mass to a planet, the more...
Gravity.
Okay, so the less mass to a celestial object, the...
Less gravity.
Okay.
Okay. I'll remember that for the test.
Blah, blah, blah. The most likely theory for how the moon was formed is called...
The collision ring theory, and that means when another planet hit the Earth, little pieces came off of the Earth and got into the Earth's orbit, and all of them were spinning around, and then they got collision together and formed a moon.
Collided together. Good
Collided.
enough.
Or collision.
Okay, wow.
Collision.
Temperature on the surface of the moon can be as high as
130 degrees Celsius.
and as low as.
Negative 180 degrees Celsius.
These drastic temperatures occur because.
There's no atmosphere.
Yes, and why is there no atmosphere?
Because all the gases escaped. And
Why did they escape?
Because there's no gravity.
Why is there less? Well, there's less gravity,
There's
not
less
no
gravity
gravity.
because they're small. Because it's small.
Okay, and from the Earth, what side of the moon do we always see?
The near side.
And the rotation and revolution being of the moon.
Of the moon? Wait, say that again, please.
I'm sorry, the rates of rotation and revolution.
Sorry, take this.
Just put it down. Okay, I don't care what it is.
Say that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. The moon is always visible due to the rates and rotations of the moon being...
He probably wants to talk.
How often does the...
He probably wants to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. 29 and a half days. That totally confused me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but why is the front of the moon always...
Because it never rotates.
No, it does, but they rotate at the same rate.
Oh.
The rotation and revolution are the same, so
That's
one side
ridiculous.
always faces us. The moon was not observed until...
Galileo looked through a telescope and watched it.
In what year?
Oh, 1609.
Very good. Say thank you, Mr. Hall.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.